Hot topic of the hour, more massive investment into America. As President Trump meets with the Saudi crown prince at the White House yesterday, Mohammed bin Salman telling the president he will increase his $600 billion investment into the U.S. to an eye-popping $1 trillion. Watch this.
We're going to announce that we are going to increase that $600 billion to almost $1 trillion of investment, real investment and real opportunity by details in many areas. And the agreement that we are signing today in many areas in technology, in AI, in rare earth materials, magnet, etc., that will create a lot of investment opportunities.
So you are doing that now. You're saying to me now that the $600 billion will be $1 trillion.
Definitely, because what we are signing, it will facilitate that, and
I like that very much. When you invest $1 trillion, that's national security for us too, because it creates jobs, it creates a lot of things.
The White House saying that this partnership with the Saudi increases American achievements on nuclear power, critical rare earth minerals, and technology dominance in the AI space, all helping to create jobs here at home and abroad. Both leaders also putting the focus on defense cooperation and regional security when asked about Iran's nuclear capabilities. Watch this.
We are close allies. We'll be working closely together on that issue, and we will do our best to help to reach a deal between the United States of America and Iran, and we believe it's good for Iran's future to have a good deal that will satisfy the region and the world and the United States of America.
Iran does want to make a deal. I can say I think they very badly want to make a deal. I am totally open to it, and we're talking to them, and we start a process. But it would be a nice thing to have a deal with Iran, and we could have done it before the war, but that didn't work out.
Quite the visit in Washington by MBS. Great to see you guys. Jamie, Ashley, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Your reaction to this, $1 trillion investment, Ashley.
It's amazing. Well, first of all, I'm so happy you're here in Washington. It's like copping, isn't it? This week, there's a lot of activity here. But listen, I'm focusing on the national security aspect of this. I mean, what the president has focused on in regards to the region, Saudi really is the last big piece of making sure that we are able to fight against China and Russia. So the announcements of the $1 trillion, but also I'm sure there are other announcements, which you may find out today, that how are they also supporting Israel? How are they also supporting Jordan and other areas? And I think it's going to be a fascinating conversation as we learn more about these details.
And these conversations lead to the question on whether or not the Saudis will join the Abraham Accords.
Yes, exactly.
And of course, this is President Trump's signature deal for engagement with Israel. If Saudi joins, that would, trigger a whole host of other countries to join as well. Jamie, your reaction? From
a market's perspective, this is huge. I mean, the numbers in technology investment have been eye-popping, staggering, trillions of dollars. Think about the cybersecurity opportunities, companies, the software, hardware. I mean, you're talking about enormous amounts of money that can be made by American investors. So I think that's the key for us is if all these chips are being bought by, countries that are actually friendly to us, that's good. We have a problem in America worrying about our data, and having friendly countries control our data or a partnership, it's a great thing. So NVIDIA is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And NVIDIA reports earnings tonight. That's certainly going to set the tone for tomorrow. As an investor, do you want to go side by side in these things? Do you want to look at what some of these big investors like the Saudis are doing and say, okay, I want to be invested in chips. I want to be invested in national security. Is
follow
that
the money?
Yeah, follow the money. Sure.
I mean, defense is such a large sector, and it is transitioned from planes and tanks. It's now technology, chips. This is where the arms race has transitioned to, and that's where the money's going.
And of course, defense. We are just getting started this morning. We've got a lot to talk with you about. Jamie and Ashley, thank you.